Yo, it's your boy, it's Nemo, and we back again with another episode of Nemo's World. You know what I'm saying? And man, this really right here is real detrimental and real critical to to any young person or to any person period because I feel like we see every day from the platform of technology. I mean, I say technology, platform of technology. The social media platforms that we have, we see like a lot of things going on, and we see like a lot of things happening with different people, famous, not famous, whatever. Like it doesn't matter if they're famous or not. They're people, right? And but we could see, and we have various examples of celebrities, in fact, uh, being the way that they are and doing the things that they've been doing. And one of the things that we can't like ignore no more in this like generation, I want to say, but we can't like in this time we can't ignore like we cannot ignore the music. Like music touches a person's soul. Like I solely believe that. Like I solely believe music touches a person's soul. So and the fact that um I know uh like I want to say the right words. I want to say um the police, the feds is using niggas lyrics against them, and we gotta keep it a being when it comes to like this social media shit and this, you know what I mean, all this shit, like this music shit, cause the way shit is now, like I ain't gonna lie, like as far as growth, I don't know how we grow from here. Like I can't see where we going. Like not to say that I got these eyes that just perfect or some shit like that, but it's just saying like I can't see where we go from here because I feel like right now we at the point where it's just like a lot of shit just be going on, bro. Like shit just be happening and shit always been happening. But it's the fact that social media has a way of highlighting all the things that have been happening. You feel what I'm saying? Like social media has a very big impact on the shit that been happening because it's able to be seen. If there's a camera around, then it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of shit that's seen on the internet. Like it's bro, it's so much shit you can find, so much shit that you can find out, and there's so much shit that you can learn. And it's like, let me fix the table, man. How I like the table and shit. I like this kind of better, yeah. But yeah, man, like it's like a lot of motherfuckers don't understand. Like, not even it's not even really about understand. Well, it kind of is about understanding, but we can get into that another time. But it's like, bro, social media really like changes the game, changes everything, and I feel like we really like social media has um social media has emotional ties that is like social media is not real. Like matter of fact, my cellular device, my cellular device. You feel what I'm saying? My cellular device is like it has an attachment to me, and one thing I've been trying to teach myself, or one thing I've been noticing about myself, and is that I really have an attachment, or I had an attachment to social media, or I had this is what it comes down to: emotional attachments. I had emotional attachment to my phone. I had emotional attachment to my social media accounts. Like, and it's like to me, to me, that's everything. That was everything because it's like if you, it's like my when I was growing up, like having the most followers like was tough. Like it's tough. Like even now, like it's tough. Like if you feel what I'm saying? That's like what you supposed to do. That's what you supposed to have. Like if you don't have a lot of followers, you just you know what I mean. But then what really changed my what really changed the way I feel about technology and the way I feel about social media was the pandemic, man. Like the pandemic really opened my eyes to a lot of shit. Like it was like the world, like how people really react. Like this is what I really started to get into this shit because I was like I didn't notice this shit before until I got off and got out of the shit that I was doing and was able to actually see it. You feel what I'm saying? And it sounds so weird because we literally live something. We literally living inside of this view. And it's called perspective. We living inside of this perspective, right? That's our perspective. But then our perspective can change literally by either a from removing yourself from a situation, or putting yourself around different people can change your perspective. Now, a lot of things can change your perspective, but I'm just saying, like, most of the time is when you detach yourself from somebody, you could change your perspective, or people, or just things in general. And then when you surround yourself with other things, you could change your perspective. And perspective is everything, because perspective can, like, it's like perspective is one of the most. No, 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 no. I'm fried right now. Hold on. I gotta get my thoughts back. I be doing this shit sometimes. It's like this. Perspective is us consciously, like, or subconsciously, but it's a conscious, so it's us consciously, regardless if it's sub or not. You know what I mean? It's consciousness. Like, when you are conscious about the shit that you going through or the shit that you doing, it places a certain perspective on it, right? But then we have, that's when the categorical terms of the different perspective, because I mean consciousness is, because it's two different ones. It's subconscious, and then there's your conscious, and then there's subconscious. Your subconscious, I guess I don't know exactly what the definitions is, but I'm gonna give my fucking examples because I can only do that. I can only give I can only speak on something that I experienced. I can only speak on something that I've seen and I've noticed, and I've took the time out to notice it. You feel what I'm saying? I took the time out to gain the knowledge. So this is what I'm saying. I think my conscious, like I would say my higher conscious, be like, it's like the devil on one side and the angel on the other side. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's like, I think your subconscious could be your ego. That's how I see. Like, your subconscious is like what you who you like. I don't know. I really don't know how to explain it. But to me, all right, that's what I'm gonna say. For me, go back to that. I gotta go back to it. For me, subconscious is like my ego. Me consciously knowing something, and then my ego comes in the way, and it be like, it alters my perspective because my ego is something totally different. You feel what I'm saying? But I always gotta make sure that I maintain my consciousness, like my other level of consciousness, because even though it's one perspective, one big perspective, I subconsciously think of another perspective on what I want to be, which is my ego. You feel what I'm saying? If this globe right here if this is your consciousness, subconscious would be right here, of course. Like, we got the subconscious right here, and it's like this. I got this one big ass bubble of consciousness. My subconscious is over here. You feel what I'm saying? And that is the ego. But consciousness, I say, is your spirit. Like, your other level of consciousness is like your spirit. Like, it's like your righteousness. Like the shit that you. It's like it's all a choice at the end of the day. Because we. This is what I'm saying. Like, the story of Genesis talks about. I'm not saying I'm a Christian now, and I mean, fuck it. But the story says like this, right? Hold on. Like, after Adam and Eve ate the fruit, they became just like God, right? That's what the Bible literally says, because God said, "Don't eat from this tree," right? He said, "Don't eat from this tree." They went and ate from the tree. Fuck whatever whoever told them, it don't matter. They still went and did it. Freedom. Now, technically, we don't know. We don't know if they themselves, Adam and Eve, had the power of knowing good and evil. But we do know, after they got the fruit, after they ate the fruit, they became knowledgeable of good and evil. And that's what I think conscious and subconsciousness is, because you have a choice. Like, it's like I used to play a game called Infamous, and Infamous was a game where you could either be good or you could be bad, and you feel what I'm saying. You had to choose, and it's like if you go good, you have blue chakra. If you go, I mean, if you go good, you if you do good, you go blue chakra. I think I just said that. I don't know. Anyway, and you do bad, you got red chakra. You get the red chakra. I mean, like the storylines switch up based off of how you go about the game, but it's based off of your own interactions, your own self, and how you want to really go about shit. And like you could be both. Like it's like you could literally do both things, but it's like it's a balance of because you can't have the good without the evil. You feel what I'm saying? It's like yin and yang. You can't have bad without the good. You can't have yin without yang. You feel what I'm saying? It's like I keep hitting this, John. Is what makes like you know what I'm saying? Like it's what makes this the whole circle. It makes it. You feel what I'm saying? And regardless if we want to accept this or not, we got to be able to decipher that, and we got to be able to understand that is our place in the world. Like we yin and yang, we got to understand that this is good and bad. We got to understand, and we know this though. We consciously know this. We consciously know these things, right? But at the same time, that subconscious is a motherfucker because that ego was something crazy. Your pride is something crazy. Like it's like sometimes it hurt to go against. It hurt to go against. Like it like makes some certain stuff make you feel a certain way. Like it's hard to go against yourself sometimes. Like so it's really hard to go against yourself. But it's like this. You have to make the decision. You have to make the best decision for yourself. Now I can't tell you. I can't tell no person what to do. I can't tell you to do something. I can't say anything to anybody like that. Like I feel like that's. I feel like for anybody to say that, that's a stretch. Like even for myself, like when I have children of my own, I never tell them what to do. I give them their free reign to make the decision because at the end of the day, that's what this game is about. It's about making decisions and it's about making the right ones at the right time. You feel what I'm saying? And it's regardless whatever the situation is. And you like look at like this, right? God will say you'll pray or something like that, right? Or you'll say whatever, whoever you pray to, whoever you asking for, whatever, you'll say, well, I want this. He ain't gonna give it to you like that. Like, he ain't gonna give it to you. He might say, he might like, all right, let's say I say Nemo say, God, I want $1 million. God might say, all right, I'll give you whatever the fuck you want, nigga. But we gonna see how much we gonna see how much you really want this $1 million. You feel what I'm saying? We gonna see how bad you really want it. We gonna see what you're willing to do to get it. You feel what I'm saying? Because all right, you can have $1 million. Like you can have whatever you want for real. Like you have free reign. You have free reign to do what you want. You have free reign to make your own decisions. You make your own choices. So if you really want it, you can have it. But you got to do something for it. You got to be able to do what it takes to get it. And however you got to get it. Now, granted, I don't condone in certain ways of doing things, especially to get some money, because I feel like it's just not in me. I can't do certain shit for money. Like I'm not gonna go kill a nigga for no money. Like I'm not gonna go break my body down just for no money. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put nobody else in jeopardy for some money. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like you really gotta you really gotta make your own choices though at the end of the day, because niggas gonna do what they gonna do regardless if I see it or not. Like niggas been doing that for they gonna do it. People gonna always be themselves. You feel what I'm saying? But success comes along when you decide to start doing what's right for you. Success comes around when you decide to do something. When you can have success, you can have happiness. Matter of fact, it's about happiness. You can have happiness and success by doing whatever you're doing, right? But make sure that you're doing it for you. Make sure you doing it because you want to. You gotta want to do the shit and do it. You can't just be like, you gotta really want that shit. You gotta really do whatever you need to do to get it. Whatever it is that you want. And it's possible. It's very possible. Like for real. Like if you whatever it is that you want in your life, whoever you want in your life, go get them, go get it. There's a million different ways to approach something. There's a million different ways to do something, and all these people, I see a lot of people just want to be like these other people. Those people, those people are just like you. You feel what I'm saying? Them people just like you. They just found they found a way to do it. They found a way to get them. They found a way to get people to like them. They found a way to get people to watch them. You feel what I'm saying? And it's so much shit that go into it. Like I hear so like many times like you hear uh artist a person selling their soul or they do this or this that and that. Man, like you hear so much shit during the day. Like you know what I'm saying about individuals, about people. Period. And it's like a lot of motherfuckers judge people off of their how can like I feel like this, right? I can't judge nobody. I feel like I can't because it's like this. As much as I'll be like, I might look at you and be like, you could be better, right? But there's something that you're better than me at that I can't do. So it's like you probably could be better, but you probably could do some shit that I can't do. So I can't even judge you because if you really say something like I can't if I can't even do it, how can you? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel. So like that's why I can't judge anybody because we live in a world of infinite possibilities where anything is possible. Anything can happen if you like I don't it's so weird, bro. It's weird this shit. This thing called life is weird. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, but for me to even talk like this, for me to even be noticing the shit like that, I had to get out of a certain perspective and I had to start looking at something like life for what it is. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the general term for it. It's just like I go back to the beginning. My phone, bro. My phone has nothing to do with my emotions. My phone is not me. That's how people get in contact with me. That's it. Other than that, it's literally nothing. If you really think about it, like I don't need my phone to live. I don't need none of this shit to live. You don't need this shit to live. You don't need it. But we were groomed to want and like these things. We were groomed to think that this is what we need, bro. This is grooming. This shit is it's like playing parenthood. Like you playing something out, nigga, you gonna be grown to be some way. You feel what I'm saying? You're gonna be groomed to be a certain way. You ain't gonna be able to adapt to all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? And the biggest thing I learned, now, I'm not no street nigga. I'm not no, you know what I mean? But I've been around a lot of niggas. I've been around a lot of people. And one thing I've learned to do is just adapt. Like if you just learn to adapt, you'll be fine. Like if you really think about it, like it's like this. You can't groom a person to be how you want them to be. You feel what I'm saying? They have to be them. And if you groom somebody to be how you want them, they're gonna find out somewhere in their life that that's not them. They're gonna figure it out. It's just how it happens. And if they don't, then we have a generation of people that's living like somebody else. But somebody one day will say, "This is not the shit. This is not what I want to do. This is not how it's supposed to be." Somebody. I don't know who the fuck it will be. It's somebody though. Along the generation of people, family, whatever we call it. It's somebody. You feel what I'm saying? So like you don't like 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 I said, like this shit really don't matter. Like the shit that we really be going like it's like I feel like I'm from the hood. I gotta mention it. I'm from the trenches, bro. Like nigga, I got more friends that's dead than half my age. That's hard. You feel what I'm saying? And not in a good way. And that's a sad thing for me to even have to say. Like damn, like you feel what I'm saying? Some niggas I grew up with. I'm talking about niggas that didn't get to see 21. They gone. They got killed at 15, 16, 17. You feel what I'm saying? In jail. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like for me, man, I seen like a lot of death at a young age, and it's like, bro, that shit made me so numb. Like sometimes I be like, bro, sometimes I can't feel certain ways. I really learned, and for me watching shit, and I was like, yo, this shit really true. Like you really cannot give a fuck about the outside world. Besides, like, but I'm not saying don't give a fuck about nobody or nothing. I'm just saying like don't give a fuck about nothing that you don't give a fuck about. That's that simple. Like don't care about nothing that you don't care about. Like don't like why would a person care about like why would I care about what somebody else thinks of me? I'm gonna slow it down. Why would I care about what somebody else thinks of me? Did somebody else did somebody else's thought of me change who I am? No, it didn't do anything. A nigga can say nigga you ain't shit. I'm right here. Still. Still being. I am being. It doesn't matter. I'm in my state of being. You can't like it doesn't matter. It's not gonna affect my way of being. And if you got your own way of being, be that. You feel what I'm saying? Like like somebody asked me yesterday, did you get booked? No, this is what happened. Somebody asked somebody else to ask me that because I don't communicate with the outside world. I don't get on social media like that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't call. I don't. I don't. I'm perfectly fine where I'm at. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I had to choose that though. I had to choose to not give a fuck. In fact, I was not. I didn't have to choose. Well, I had to choose it, but I was like I was forced to. Me myself, like I was forced to, and it's like, bro, force yourself. No, and I still gotta force myself every day because I'm talking like it's the end of the no. It's the beginning of my life. You know what I'm saying? But this is the shit I gotta constantly remind myself of every day because I can actually do it though mentally. I can mentally tell myself this shit every day. This for motherfuckers that need to hear it and can't do this shit every single day. They can't tell themselves every single day that you feel what I'm saying? But I can remind myself of this shit every single day because I didn't practice it. I didn't mentally train myself to be strong as fuck. You have to mentally train yourself. You have to mentally go through it. Like, and that's what a motherfuckers do. And that's what I mean by mentally go through it. You have to seclude yourself and be alone from anything and everyone that you are around at the time. I feel like because I feel like I'm not alone. I'm around family. I'm around people that I actually genuinely fuck with, and I feel like genuinely fuck with me. But it's like the people that I was around at the time that I left, that I had to leave. That I don't really communicate with them. I'm not around them people because those people are I'm not gonna say those people like that. They're my dogs. I love them to death. But I can't. I had to save my energy. Better words. I had to save my energy, not to protect my energy and protect myself by removing myself from a situation, so I can actually see it. So I can actually be like, you know what? You feel what I'm saying? Because not to say that I'm easily um stirred or easily distracted, not focused or whatever the case is. It's just so much shit that be going on. It's like so much. It's like at times it's like it's too much to even to be like, bro, why this shit like movie like, and I ain't even doing shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this shit crazy. Like I remember talking to my man every couple of days. The guy like, bro, this shit really like a movie, bro. Like we really live like we in a movie, and it's funny as shit. But it's like when you really think about it, like looking back and think about it now, bro, niggas really did that shit. And niggas were like, it's like, hold on, I feel like it was too fast. I feel like I was moving too fast, and I feel like if I'd have kept moving that fast, it was like I'm moving like a crash dummy. Like I don't like that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't like that. And I ain't like how shit was going. I don't like that shit. I'm like, and it's not even for myself, bro. Motherfuckers around me, because I could be doing something for me, and it's like that's all this shit around. Like, and I'm like, man, I don't need all this shit. You get to a point where I got to a point where I just like, man, I don't need all this shit, bro. I don't need none of this shit. Actually, not. I don't need none of this shit. And I consciously had to make the decision. I had to consciously understand what I was going to be able to, what I was going to be going through. with that separation. You feel what I'm saying? And that's one of those things where we had to be mentally tough. Like you got to train. Like I'm saying, like you got to be mentally tough to leave somebody, like see leave people you love for real. Like or leave people that you're around every single day for the last what 6, 6, 7 years. You feel what I'm saying? 3, 4 years, whatever. Like it's hard. And then it's like, all right, I'm gonna do it. You do it, and then you get to them points where you like lonely. You lonely as shit, bro. Like sometimes you get lonely when you gotta like when you really. I feel like this like you gotta really get on your shit, and you really gotta be like, all right, what do I want to do with my life? Like, what do I really want? That's where I was at. I'm like, man, and I'm still here. I'm still in that state. I'm here, and I say here is in that what I want to do, but I'm kind of actually out of that shit to where those like, I already know what I want. I'm not about to keep going back and forth with myself. That's the thing. Like, I ain't going back and forth with myself with that shit. There's no point. If you want something, go do it. If you want to do something, go do it. Granted, grit or do whatever needs to be done to get it. You feel what I'm saying? And for me, like it does get lonely. But like I said, I just said this in the song that I recorded. Like I found focus in my missing. Like with me being lonely, me being away from individuals, with me, um, you know, just I really call it like staying out the way. Like I feel like that's like this, right? Me being where I am now has given me like space to really be able to grow as an individual because when when I look at it like this, it's like I have like now I have like the ultimate focus on focusing on whatever I want to focus on. Like I have the ultimate control. I like you know what I'm saying. And when you have the ultimate control, it's like, hmm, okay, you know what I'm saying? You get to understand it. You get to see how it really is. So then when you create, you what are you creating for? This is the question we got to ask ourselves. And now I'm talking to specific audiences from 18 to 32. You had to specifically do this shit. You had to ask yourself, bro, what do you want? What do I want? I had to ask myself, what does Naeem want? What is important to Naeem? What is important to him? Right? And once I broke that down, it came down to a couple things. And I'm like, you know what? What's the one thing that what's the one thing that I need in order for me to do all the stuff that I want to do? What's the one thing or what like broke it down to simplest terms? Like you feel what I'm saying? Like break things down to simpler terms. Like don't try to put all of this stuff in the thing. Like you know what I'm saying, bro? Break it down. Hold on. If I really think about this shit, like if I really thought about it like this, right? I put it like this. I'm like I'm looking at how this country is moving, and I'm looking at how the country is ran. The one thing that remains the same with any person, it don't matter where you are on the fucking social class, it's the same. Now problems change, but it's the same thing because you don't start off with well, you probably did start off with the shit. Some motherfuckers did, but when you when you it's capitalism, bro. The money. Like money matter, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Money matters. You have to have it. You have to do like this is the thing. You gotta maintain. You have to be able to maintain money throughout your life because money. I feel like money and spirituality goes hand in hand because you ain't gonna find too many motherfuckers that's rich without a rich spirit. You feel me? Like and the motherfuckers that understand that are the motherfuckers that understand that they are the people that got the bread. Because if you don't got no rich spirit, if you don't got a rich mentality, you can't get there. You can't even try. You got to be able to do it. And how do you do it? How do you get there? How do you have the mentality to be like I'm you know what I'm saying? What I said earlier. The people that we looking at that make music, they get millions of dollars. Anybody that you would consider rich, They are just like you. They are just like you. The difference is though they figured out a way to make themselves rich. That's it. They figured out a way. Matter of fact, not even that. We're gonna break it down. The one thing that they did, and this is the one thing that they get you rich. But it's not one thing, but it is. You have to master your emotions. Say one more time. The key to the rich shit, the key to the wealth, is mastering your emotions. I don't care what nobody say. You can argue with it, you can debate. I will cook you every single time though. That's why I don't even argue with nobody. I'll cook you. I make you look stupid. You be like, damn, all right. Yeah, because it's like, bro, you gotta master your emotions. You can't understand money if you don't understand your emotions because all of this shit is specifically you. Because money is not nothing else but you. Like, nigga, he could have $1 million. He could have $1 million. He could have $1 million. He could have 10. He could have 30. He could have 100,000. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me though. You feel what I'm saying? That shit ain't got nothing to do with me at all. How? How did he? That's the question I asked. I would ask that. How the fuck did you get that meal? How did you get that 100? How did you get 10, nigga? Because at the end of the day, that 10 added to that 1,000. That 1,000 added to that 100,000. That 100,000 go to the million. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like wherever you are, it should matter. But it's about the mentality about where you want to go. Man, fuck the mentality. You have to want something. What do you want, nigga? What do you want? And keep it a bean. What you want? You gotta know what you want, and you gotta know. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts, or he say, she say, none of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't my shit real, man. This shit gonna be all to be authentic. Like we can't sugarcoat nothing. Like bro, keep it a bean. What it is, what you gotta do. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Granted, the reason why I'm speaking on this shit right now is because I'm in love with the process. Because I don't even care where I'm getting, where I'm going. I used to. That's a whole nother part of the process. But it's like you really can't care where you trying to go. You got to just do it because it's like the more you worry about it, the more you try to get there, you forget about the other shit that you got to do. Like in order for you to get to a certain level, you have to maintain and beat the other levels. Like it's like you could have one main goal, and but you gotta have this goal. I want to be this. How the fuck do I become it? So what do I got to do in order to become that? And it's like by little, you have to knock off those little Jones, like bang, 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 bang. They all levels. You got to knock them down in order to get to the final boss. And at the every level, I mean, at the every boss, it's gonna be another level. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like you got to knock them down, knock them down. And then once you knock all the small shit out, it's like somewhere along the way, this shit gonna happen regardless. Cause it's like, bro, you already did everything else. Like it's like ain't nothing else to do but that now. You feel what I'm saying? I already did everything else. I qualify. You feel me? Like that's just what you gotta do. And I feel like once you realize that point, once you get to that, you like, I done knocked out everything else. And I was like, I might have did some shit here. You feel what I'm saying? Like I really might have. I don't know. You might have did some shit, but you gotta knock them down. You gotta really knock them down to be able to be like, all right. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta knock them down though. You gotta knock the small shit down. You gotta knock it out. The shit that you don't want to do, whatever it is. Like I be watching all this shit. These niggas be getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, all that shit. Listen, I ain't telling you to do all that shit, right? Cause that shit not easy, dog. That shit is really not. Like, but if you consistently work every day, like that's what they call this. Niggas call me Mr. Consistency, but I just believe in being consistent every day. Like I believe in doing something every day. Cause look, if let's put it to you like this, right? Let's say there's 7 days in the week, right? Let's say a nigga go to the gym. He say he say it don't even matter. Like say nigga want to be strong. He want to build his muscles up, right? He don't got no muscles. He go to the gym 3 days a week and eat whatever he want. The 7 days out of the week, and you go to the gym 3 times a week. Granted, that could be cool, but I mean, if you want some muscles, dog, you gonna have to go more. Or you ain't gotta go to the gym. It's not even about that. I can't even use that analogy because I feel like the analogy is too broad. I feel like if you if you just consistently work every day, like if I want to get muscles, like he said he want muscles, right? He want muscles, nigga. I'm telling him do 20 push-ups every day, regardless. By the end of the week, 20 times 7 is what? I can't do that math right now in my head. I'm not about to. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So 20 times 7 is 140. So if I do 140 of push-ups a week times 4 in a month, I did 560 push-ups in a month. Regardless of what you're talking about, I did those push-ups. You can't say I didn't. I did. I did them every day. You think my arms gonna look a little different? And mind you, it's 20 push-ups. You doing 20 push-ups a day? That's nothing. But it add up. Small numbers add up. This is what I'm saying. Small numbers add up, bro. And then you can like, I'm strong. My arms a little bigger. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna get a little bit more bigger because I mean, I feel like I do more than 20 push-ups. 20 push-ups a day got me here. I mean, I might as well do 40 now. You feel what I'm saying? I might as well do 25. I do 25. Up it. I might as well keep upping it because you're gonna steadily every day you steadily build the strength. Every day you steadily doing something. Like you're steadily working on it and you're not tiring yourself out. This is the thing. A lot of motherfuckers be tiring themselves out with the shit. Bro, it's a way that you can not tire yourself out and be the strongest. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like I could be tired and stronger than you. I mean I could have all my energy and be stronger than you versus you tired of shit but you strong as shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like that just doesn't make sense. And I'm using that analogy for anything because that can apply to anything in life. If you steadily work on something every single day, you will get better. It doesn't matter what it is. You will get better at it and you will start to understand it. You will. And you will become, that's how you become a master. That is how you master something. You steadily work at it every day. And if you steadily work at it every day, you will become a master, bro. Period. But you got to work on it. You gotta want to work on it. You have to be willing to work on it. You have to be willing to go through the shit. Like I said earlier, God might say you might ask God, oh, I want a meal. Okay. What are you gonna do for that meal? Because you know you can get it. How? How do you do it? You know how. You gonna do it? The choice is yours. The choice is yours. This is what we don't understand. But I understand it. So I'm just saying, like, this is not to brag either. Just say I understand. I just understand it. It is what it is. But you have to keep it a being. Like, this is one of my favorite sayings. Like, keep it a being. You have to keep it a being. Like, you can't do this without lying. I mean, with lying. Like, you can't do this with, like, you can't achieve. I feel like you can't achieve that type of thing. Like, you can't achieve that type of money if you really. Now, granted, you can do it other ways, but I feel like, bro, what I'm talking about is not just money, bro. I'm talking about happiness, bro. I'm talking about a good life. I'm talking about family. I'm talking about you feel what I'm saying. I'm talking about all the good shit. I'm talking about all the happy shit. Cause after that, I mean, keep it a bean. I'm cool with going through all the other shit that come with it because I already know what's gonna come with it anyway. But you gotta understand, like, you gotta understand, like, what you want, and then only can you achieve it, and then you can only get it. If I said that right. But yeah, man, like this shit really real, bro. And as much as we gonna have people in our in our life that try to bring you down or whatever the case is, it's not on them if they bring you down. It's not. Can't blame them. If you let them motherfuckers bring you down, that is on you. You cannot blame nobody else for nothing that goes on in your life. You cannot. You only can blame yourself because we have the power of our own decisions, bro. We have the power of our own decisions, bro. It's up to you if you want to make a decision that to kill you, or you will make a decision to be happy, bro. Period. Make a decision. Whatever decision you make sure you're making the right one for you. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell you to do anything. Whatever you want to do, though, do it for you, bro. Period. Just like that. Like, just like that, bro. Nah, I can't even say it no other way. I ain't, you know what I mean? Just what it is, bro. And you ain't gonna get it like that nowhere else on this YouTube platform. This shit really real. Like, it's really, you really gotta understand. And if you don't, bro, that's on you. Nah, I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh my God, you can't, bro. It's on you. Sorry, figure it out. It's not that hard. If you need help to figure it out, this is what we're here for. This is what the platform is for, to help motherfuckers figure it out. You feel what I'm saying? To help you along the way, cause that's the thing. I know a lot of people don't want to help, but dog, if you help somebody, you'll never know. You never know. Tell me, you never know. But if you don't want to help yourself, that's the first part. You gotta want to help yourself. If you don't want to help yourself, I can't help you. If you don't help yourself, I can't help you. I won't help you if you won't help yourself. If you lie to yourself, I can't tell you the truth. I won't tell you anything because you lied to yourself. It's like this, bro. Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. You fool me 3 times, it don't even matter. But I think y'all get it, man. Make a decision, bro. Make it right. Make the right decision for you and be happy. You just be happy.